Welcome back, everyone. Scott Hamilton is here. Scott is an American figure skater who loaded up his trophy case before retiring, winning both the National Figure Skating Championship and the World Figure Skating Championship in 4 consecutive years. And did we mention he also took home the gold in the 1984 Winter Games? Scott never got a trophy just for participating. And that's part of this new book that he's here to talk about. It's called Finish First, which is described as a wake-up call for people to stop settling for mediocre.
Get off the bench!
And strive for excellence. Yes, wake up and smell the coffee no matter where you are in life. Scott, welcome.
Thank you.
I was just telling you about this book because it was an easy read.
Yeah?
It's only like, you know, just under 200 pages.
Yeah.
And so I marked it all to talk to you, but I literally folded like 100 pages in here. But let me just read a passage so I can sum up your life here on page 96. I've come in dead last and second to last and third to last. I've battled cancer and 3 brain tumors, and I've already made the decision that nothing is going to keep me from getting up and trying again. Yeah. And here you are today.
Yeah. Well, you know, you make a living falling down and getting up. And after a while, I guess that muscle just sort of builds in your psyche that, you know, falling down, failing, it's just a part of the process, or it's actually just information. You know, I wasn't gonna, I guess after a while, I didn't allow the failures and the opportunity to fail be debilitating, and I thought it was really empowering. Yeah. I got, you know, in writing the book, I had to estimate how many times I've fallen down in my skating career. And we came up with a low-end number of 41,600 times.
But how many times did you get up?
41,600 times.
And that's what this book is all about. Yeah. I think that it's like a handbook for life, no matter where you are, no matter what stage in life you are. And I was telling you earlier that probably one of the most successful things or takeaways for me was it's one thing to hand people the information and tell them how they can finish first and how to succeed in life, but it's another to give examples of how it happened. So in the book, tell me about how you cite Tiger Woods,
oh my goodness,
good friends, you know, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan.
You know, it's just all of them have, you know, those times in their life where they've suffered or they've failed or they, you know, but they're iconic. You know, Oprah Winfrey's life in the beginning was tragic. It was tough. She got fired from her first radio job, and look who she never let that, you know, stop her. You know, so many people, you know, Tiger we see his comeback and just that, you know, that fire in his eyes again, you know. And, you know, Michael Jordan, how many games did he lose before he became Michael Jordan? Right. Or even as Michael Jordan, how many games did he lose? How many shots did he miss? You know, Michael Bloomberg, you know, came from very humble beginnings to get fired from his first big job, and then, you know, he created Bloomberg LP, and now it's gigantic. Yeah. So I want to encourage people, it's all there. It's just, you're just going to roll up your sleeves and just start, you know, building those muscles of showing up every day with intention, you know, commit to the long haul, you know, all these things that are really healthy, and hopefully, you know, you'll build your foundation of these little victories that happen all the time to create the big one, and once that happens, life changes for good.
And like you say in the book, look, it's hard work and it's tough, and it's not going to be easy, but you can get there. One of the things you also address is you've never received a trophy or any sort of ribbon for participation. These days, there's a lot of parents out there who say, hey, my kid deserves a ribbon or deserves a trophy just for applying themselves, even though they didn't win. You're against that. You're all about hard work, dedication,
well, I think,
sweat.
You know, I think the more we kind of take failure out of our children's lives, the less empowered they are to face their future. I mean, because life is, you know, it's hazardous. You're going to be let down. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get fired. You're going to get let go. You're going to, all these things are going to happen. So the more we can fortify our kids younger, like I always use the example of my 10-year-old who just started playing hockey. I mean, he's got all these dreams of being in the NHL, and he's going to be this great scoring defenseman, and he's 10. He's only been playing for a year, and his first 2 games he got killed. I mean, they got pummeled, and he got in the car and he was mad. He was just angry, and he was like, I hate losing. Why do I do? And I go, what did you learn? What did you learn today? Let's just talk about what you learned. He goes, well, I got to skate faster. I got to work on my stick handling and my shot. I really want to get my shot up. It's not strong enough. I want to get up in that corner. And I go, okay, good. That's really strong. I go, what would you have learned if you won? And he looked at me like, is that a trick question? I go, no, what would you learn? He goes, I don't know. So the more we can say that failure is feedback Failure is information. Failure allows us to understand where we need to go. Why take that away?
Yeah.
Why, you know, there's got to be a winner and a loser in every game.
And it's going to
Sports are
continue to
physical
happen.
and character building. Why are we taking the character part away?
And Scott, it's going to continue to happen when you say, like in your life, when you describe it in the book, but even recently with like the Winter Olympics, you know, you're used to commentating and being on the forefront. We're used to seeing you out there. And even, you know, what happened with this big network when you call them and you say, hey, am I going to be a part of this? And they say, well, we're kind of going in a different direction.
Yeah. That's
you took
fine.
that and you bounced back.
No, it's 100% because it's not my job. It's theirs to offer.
Yeah.
And whatever my identity is going to be at the Olympics, I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can. I'm going to make the most of it. And, you know, when I did that New York Times article, you know, the writer kept coming back to me going, are you sure?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
You are resilient, you are a cancer survivor, and you are a fighter, and now an author. Finish First is available right now. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.
No,
that positive energy, I'll tell you, is rubbing off on all of us.
Oh, thank you.
Tony.